Folks, we are not taught to be lions, to be stewards of fostering a powerful personal path and championing our own agency and our own opportunity and our own wild curiosities and insatiable appetite for this insane arena that we all find ourselves in. And we just get beaten down as a result. And it doesn't have to be that way. And with the internet now, we have insanely powerful tools that really democratize like any sort of thing you want to do or attempt or try. And yet we still just like sit idle in fear of like others' expectations or like of getting on a more acceptable or appeasing route in life as soon as possible. Just whatever, to take the first exit ramp, to have the fewest questions asked about what we're doing with our life, where we're at, what we're attempting, what we're trying. And, I get it. It's like easy and it's safe and whatever. But the whole system and the whole education system has no incentive to create powerful, personally, I don't even know the words, just like personally empowering with like all the possibilities we have today. And it's always, we've always had tons of possibilities, but it's just so exponential now with the internet. The exponential potential. And we're just taught to memorize whatever set of facts and figures and formulas and sit in a room with 30 other kids and like pretend that what is being taught by one teacher to everyone is like that's just school. Like there's nothing more to it, and there's no more capability outside of that. And like it's just such a small subset. Say like the public school curriculum or even any university curriculum. Imagine infinite possibility and wonder and life and existence. All that is and will ever be. And we're here and we're part of it. And it's amazing. 0% of that will ever be covered by any curriculum, even if it was 1,000 years of school. And so it feels a lot like just a fundamental mismatch of like thinking, okay, I did school, I did whatever degree, like I got educated, I learned about, I got educated and prepared for life. And like, okay, 100%, I got through it, I passed, I'm 100% preparation for life is what it feels like. And it's 0%. And not only that, like the whole process of going through that just tames you. And I think there's got to be better ways. There's got to be better ways to like set up a kid in an environment that they can like follow their curiosities better. And like, I think it will change in the future too, and it's going to rapidly change with all the tools we do have at our disposal. And I think the real tragedy is just if you do have creative aspirations and inclinations and like a strong direction and like ideas and like you get throttled by the world and the expectations of the world. And that's the tragic thing, to not realize your potential. And like, especially now with all the tools at everyone's disposal with such low barriers to entry. And it's obviously a wild time and a crazy time and a fun time in a lot of ways. And a very opportunistic time for anyone who wants to go down that path. And a lot of people come to see it as, say success on a platform like YouTube or anywhere now, like just kind of luck, or, well, you happen to go viral and you catch a break. And a lot of creative people see it that way. And, they just take some corporate creative job or go some other route that's not even a creative occupation. And that's true too. Like a lot of the whole graphic design is my passion meme. There's a lot of truth to that, where you can find find your actual effectiveness elsewhere sometimes. But whatever. I'm saying a lot of creatively prone people just never try to develop and implement and create their own true ideas and soul ideas, because they don't see the path to that. So they just resort to a different type of creative career. And that's one of the big tragedies. And so I'd like to find more ways to convert more of those people who have this high potential of forming avenues of implementing their own ideas and their own creative path, and save them from, making ads for a corporation, in a broad example. So that's a lot, because it's not just sheer luck. These platforms ultimately, and there seems to be a lot of pros and cons of the content algorithms and things, but as a whole, they want high value work or good work on their platform, ultimately. And so they tailor the algorithms and suggestions to surface the best work. And so if you're skilled and have the drive to become skilled and whatever, if you're good enough, and really it's just being average with a long time horizon. That's what a lot of it comes down to. Just having a reason for the thing you're doing. That's really all it takes. It's going to be very hit and miss and very short-lived if you're I want to try to talk about X because I think that's a route to fame or a route to views. That might work for a bit, but it won't be genuine, and you won't be able to stick with it. As long as something where you have the real reason, you have a true reason and purpose in doing the thing you're doing, and then not only will it resonate more as being actually genuine, but you'll be able to stick with it for longer, and it will be the most powerful use of your creativity. And I think it's impossible for anyone with that strong actual purpose and direction and any kind of mid to longer term time horizon for something to not work. It's impossible for something to not work on any kind of time horizon that's out of just the get views fast and get rich quick mindset. Something's going to work or lead to something in some form or another if you have a genuine creative calling and work consistently, even if it's an hour a day, on developing that and developing that avenue. So that's something I wish more creative people knew. These platforms are so huge. There's so much stuff being consumed. There's so much opportunity to tap into if you can begin, and it'll take a long time. If you're totally new to it, of course it will. But it'll get a lot better as you go, and something will pop off, and then you get a few eyeballs, and then something else will build, and it'll just be a slow snowballing. And if it's all genuine and all in alignment with what you want to be doing long term and the voice you want to develop, then it all leads to building something where you can be your most powerful creative self. So I'm not quite sure how we arrived there during this video. This isn't even I just hold this to look smart. I didn't have any notes. Folks, we just kind of talk and see where it leads. Folks, we just kind of pick a topic and talk and see what comes out. Because that's art, and no one sees it. Well, folks, no one is watching this. That's the cool part. That's the cool thing about this channel. Probably won't really be anyone watching this for a year or two. And that's cool, and it'll get kind of sad when there are tens of people watching, because then that'll be the first test, folks. Am I going to be about what I say I'm about, or will I let pressure and expectations and eyeballs affect what I talk about? It's kind of impossible not to. I've thought of like handing someone else I know like the login and like manage the channel, just so I can like never know any analytics. Like I think that would be a cool project. So I can just like literally focus only on what do I want to talk about and how can I make that talk valuable and engaging and like a constructive piece of content for people in that arena. And like that kind of seems like something I maybe should do. Like just for a full year, imagine just like making the stuff that most resonates with you, and like not, it's crazy, especially on a small channel. I've had a small channel before, and it's like, it's such a small segment of feedback you're getting, like just a few, you have no idea like what type of people are seeing this and like leaving a comment, but yet you let some random comment of someone who probably wasn't even really aligned or in your audience, but just happened to see the thing. Like you let some random feedback like influence your whole flow. And that's another tragedy. That could be its own video someday. So, I don't know. It's either that or just like completely, I don't know. I don't like just like straight up ignoring comments and stuff, but it's really a lot of times feels it's more destructive to not do that. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm always appreciative of anyone who would watch content here, obviously. Or I wouldn't. That's the whole point of making it, is like to get better at it myself and find ways to make resonant and constructive ideas. So I think we'll end it there, folks. I think this was a decent one compared to a lot of the other ones I've done. We'll see you next time.